Hey everyone, this is Lex. Thank you. This is day number 11 of 21. 10 more days. 10 more days. And I know that after these 10 days, I have some decisions to make, which I'm very excited about. I finished ministering here in the Bay Area this morning. Again, 2 nuggets for today. Tomorrow I go back to Texas. I leave here at 5 in the morning. I am super excited to get home and just be with my family. But 2 things that I wanted to share that happened today. And let me just say this. This is a side note. You could take it as a nugget if you want. But God speaks in everything. God speaks in everything. And I know that I haven't been as secluded as I want to be in these 21 days because I'm not home. I'm on other people's time, but I'm still being intentional. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't get to read the chapters today, and I probably won't because I'm spending some quality time with people that I love. But tomorrow I get back on it. But even still, God will speak if you allow your ears to listen. And today I want to share 2 things. The first one is that someone very dear to me had a conversation and asked me yesterday. She saw my video and it spoke to her. And I thank so many of you that have reached out and said that last night's video really touched you. I have read your emails. Thank you for your comments. I bless the Lord for that. It took me so long to get that video out because I kept having to stop. I literally broke down because it was just such an intense feeling. And I sat down with this person and she told me that she was blessed with yesterday's video, and the question was, how do you know what you're called to do? That is such a good question. And I may not have all the answers, but at least I can give you my experience. And I shared a little bit of that yesterday when I said I didn't know my calling. As a matter of fact, I just knew that this Jesus who had come to set me free, who had come to love somebody like me. See, many of you don't know. You know this Alexa on YouTube, or maybe you know me personally. You know the worshiper, the preacher, the pastor. But what you don't know is the Alexa that was broken, the Alexa that was a sinner, the Alexa that was hurt, the Alexa that was depressed, the Alexa that put on a facade, really a show. Everybody thought I was a certain type of person, but they didn't really know the real me. The real me is not worthy to be here. And when I met this Jesus, everything changed. I was drawn to his forgiveness and I was drawn to his love. And so I had no idea what it was to be called to be a pastor or a speaker or anything. I had no idea what ministry looked like at all. All I knew was I wanted more of him. All I knew that I didn't want to let go of what I felt in his presence. And I just did whatever it took, whatever was needed. Like I mentioned yesterday, it legit started cleaning a bathroom in the church. And then from there, if they needed help in this area. And then I remember telling my pastor, I want to know more about God. Because Sunday school ain't cutting it for me. And you're a great speaker, but I want more. And I'm trying to read the Bible at home, but I don't get it. And he signed me up at 18, 19 years old. He signed me up to go to Bible school. And guess what? I filled out the application. It was Monday and Wednesdays. Monday 2 classes. Wednesdays it was 3 classes. I had to wear a uniform. How does that sound? Having to wear a black and white uniform with a black skirt. You know, I had one black skirt. It was in my car the whole time, and every time I would just put it on and go to class. But I went, and I'm there. This is true. I want you to hear this. So I went Monday and Tuesday for a year, and then all of a sudden they tell us, okay, graduation is in June. I'm like, graduation? Okay, they're taking this a little too far. Like, we're just learning the Bible. Like, what's going on? I remember sitting all the way back here during graduation, and then there was the other class. Then the next class had caps and gowns on, and then those were gray, and then they had another section all the way in the front with people that were graduating fourth year with black caps and gowns. And I'm sitting there like, oh, so this is gonna take some time. I thought 1 year, that was all that I needed. We just went through the whole New Testament, Old Testament. I know the Bible now, I'm good. But next year, guess what? I signed up again. And graduation came, and I sat a little closer. Then I came again, and now I'm in third year Bible school, and now I got my gray cap and gown on. And then I did one more year, and this year was the hardest year because all the other years, all 3 years in Bible school, they had English classes. But for my fourth year, there were not enough English-speaking students to do a whole Bible class for us. And they gave us the only option of doing our last year in Spanish. Now, I love my language, but I do not speak it as I should. And then having to read it takes me a lot longer than reading in English. But I said, I've come this far. I'm not going to quit now. And I did my last year in Bible school, and I got to wear that black cap and gown, and I graduated 4 years. Now here's the point of the story. I didn't know that the students that were in every class with me, that the people that were enrolled in Bible school were enrolled because of ministry or because they wanted their credentials. I simply wanted to know more about God. But I ended up getting prepared for what I'm doing today. It was a setup for where I am right now. I never knew that where I was at that moment in my life was preparing the way to become a minister, to get ordained. That was never my expectation. That was the furthest thing from my mind. I didn't even know what ministry was. I didn't know that you had to go to school for it. I didn't know that these were the classes that you had to take. I had no idea. No one ever sat me down and said, okay, so where are you going to serve and No, I just said one day, I just want to know more about him. 4 years later, I graduated, and during that time, I started preaching for the first time in my life. So today I want to share with you a quick excerpt from the Bible. It's in Deuteronomy chapter 11. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 11 says, therefore, be careful to obey every command I am giving you today, so you may have the strength to go in and take over the land that you are about to enter. So here it is, everyone. This is what I want to share with you. How do you know your calling? Just start. The Bible says, be sure to obey the commands, and there's 2 commands that were given at that point in that chapter. Number 1, love God. Number 2, serve God with all your heart and soul. When you do those 2 things, and this is what these 21 days is, it's not about anything that I want, God. I just want you. I just want to hear you every single day. I need you to be clearer to me, because if you're clearer to me, my purpose is clear. That's it. All you have to do is love and serve. Love and serve. So start. Start in your church. Start in your community. Start at your school. Just start. And all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself in a place where you didn't think that you needed, or you didn't know that you needed to get to where you have to go. Because there's a land that God has given you specifically to take over. There is something that God has given you that's put in your hands that is waiting for you to come in and take it over. But what does it require? Simple. These 21 days of, okay, God, here I am. I'm coming to you because I need to know. I need to know who you are so I can know where I'm going. And some of you watching right now, you're in a place that you have no idea you're being set up. Even the hurting that you're going through, even the tears that you're shedding at night, those have all been training. Those have all been part of the process to get you to take over the land that God has prepared for you. It's not going to go to waste. Everything that you've been through in your life, it's not going to go to waste. It's going to be the very weapon that God uses to destroy the enemies of your life. So I pray that this has blessed you. Please keep coming at me with the comments. My ladies on the email, tonight I am going to write to you because it's a little bit earlier right now. And these people are a little crazy. They want to keep me up all night long. They're probably going to take me like this to the airport. You feel me? But I'm going to make time for y'all. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you tomorrow for day number 12.